So to my understanding, right now in the courtroom, he's trying to figure out what to do next now that jurors can't reach that consensus on the first charge.
It's interesting. So there had been 8 notes that had come out so far as of this morning before the jury reconvened at 10 a.m. in Lower Manhattan. 2 were about scheduling, but they definitely seem, and please correct me if I'm wrong, seem to be looking into what was the judgment of the coroner about the cause of death. Because that was evidence that was really pushed by the defense about, was it definitively the chokehold that caused the death versus what about the drugs that were in the system? What about pre-existing conditions like sickle cell disease?
Dagan, so jurors wanted to rehear portions of medical examiner Dr. Cynthia Harris's cross-examination when she talked about issuing a second death certificate for Neely. She testified during the trial that she issued that death certificate ruling Jordan Neely's death a chokehold without toxicology results. And she said during the trial that toxicology results wouldn't have changed her mind. And she said that the results could have come back with fentanyl, and her decision was confirmed on the basis of what she saw in that widely circulated video showing Penny restraining Neely. So jurors were particularly interested in that portion of her cross-examination where she talked about issuing the cause of death without the toxicology results. And I've been talking to a lot of legal experts about this case, and they say this is particularly interesting because it appears like the jury may not be able to find causation from Penny's actions and Neely's death.
Wow.
Very interesting. CB, terrific work. We'll get back to you as this develops.
So hold on. So he died from fentanyl, pretty much.
No.
She said,
no. You didn't hear it at all. The judge said they didn't do a toxicology report, so they don't know. They can't definitively say it was from the choke. So that's what the jury is saying. And the judge came back and said that even no matter what was in his system, even if it was fentanyl, she would still say that it was the chokehold that killed him.
I would also like to say when the police arrived, Neely, who got choked, was still alive, but they didn't give him mouth-to-mouth resuscitation because they said HIV was a concern. So they just let him die.
Dang.
Just let him die.
I didn't even know that.
Neely's family is trying to sue the city after they left him homeless, mentally ill, and let him have 42 prior arrests and 2 arrests stemming from assaults of women on the train. And now they're trying to act like their son is some sort of victim.
They're trying to get some money.
Based on his rap sheet and his history, it was liable that he could have harmed someone on the train, and he was making threats to kill people, saying, "I don't care if I go to jail.
I do remember that.
I'm going to kill you."
Yeah, we reacted
so,
to it.
yeah, and laughing.
Yeah.
That's how long ago that was.
Yeah, I
so
remember.
the fact that happened and y'all let him stay on the street, didn't get him no help, and now you're trying to exploit his death to get money and prop him up as some sort of victim is absurd.
The only thing I can say about that is, like, if he's on drugs, some people can't really help them.
But that wasn't the thing though.
What?
That wasn't the thing though.
No.
That wasn't the thing though. He wasn't on drugs. He had no arrests stemming to drugs. All his arrests were stemming to mental health and behavior issues.
No,
He was a
during that
tweaker.
period of time, he could have been on drugs.
Could have, but that
he was
doesn't.
homeless. Yeah.
Could have, but as far, but based on what we know, he was homeless, mentally ill, and a serial tweaker.
You gotta go.
And a serial tweaker.
All right, let's see what
and his family didn't do nothing to step in and help him.
He
Let's
wants
see
some
this.
money. He got a Dolce Gabbana on.
There was no way you could put 9 white people in a room that would find Daniel Penny guilty.
I wouldn't have found him guilty.
They picked a white supremacist jury specialist to target the racists in that jury. The prosecution pointed out the fact that defense was eliminating people based on race. Let me take it back because I don't want to scare y'all. Logically thinking, if you pick a white supremacist jury specialist and you pack the jury with white people, obviously you think race has a significant role in this case, and obviously you were looking for that one white supremacist holdout. That one holdout. Might have been more, but there was definitely one person in there that said, I'm not gonna convict this white kid for killing that poor little mentally ill Negro piece of trash. Forgive my language, but I'm proving a point. This is how they think. The defendant himself called Jordan a dirty crackhead. And the police let him go. The police found inconsistencies in his story and allowed Daniel Penny to walk free. When does that happen for black people? Am I not making my point clear enough? Racism has its tentacles.
So,
Y'all don't want to hear
I'm
about
gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it 100.
So hold on though. If Daniel Penny was black, would he have got off of that?
I'm gonna keep it 100.
Yes.
If we on the train,
I think I would've got
listen,
off with it.
If we was in LA and it was homeless people tweaking by us, I told Taj if they get too close, I'm zipping one of their ass.
You wouldn't be wrong.
I told when we was in when I was in Oklahoma City, there was a homeless person tweaking. He got close to me and my homies. They looked at me and said, "Are we about to have to beat his ass right now?" I
That
said,
happens.
"Shit, if it happened." So if a homeless person come up on me tweaking, saying I'm finna kill you, I'm whooping your ass.
I don't even- I'm gonna give it
Did
100.
the dude have a knife on the plane on the ride again?
I don't
I was
know.
tripping.
I don't know, but I remember he was like,
Tweaking.
I'm
ready to die right now.
Yeah, he said, "I'll kill y'all. I don't care about going to jail. I'll die right now."
Yeah.
What? What? You threatening to kill who? Cause who? You come up on me with that shit, I'm whipping your ass.
Buddy.
You take it to court. Yeah, he was homeless and a victim. Yeah, he's a victim of these hands. His ass was tweaking.
I can't
You didn't
believe
come up on me tweaking.
this was even brought up in New
That's what I'm
York. I mean, I
saying, bro.
understand that somebody died, but like
No, it's sad that
he's-
he died, but
No,
I
it's
mean,
terrible.
hey, bro.
He didn't deserve to die, but he put himself in harm's way. You cannot,
But don't
you
sit
cannot
here
go
and call
around
racism.
making threats and putting yourself in harm's way and have a rap sheet of being a threat to people on the train and then paint yourself as a victim.
This is
Sorry,
dad.
that doesn't work that way.
This is the person's dad.
I don't know who this is.
Somebody of his kin. If someone has a history of assaulting people on the train, but you don't need to know that. You don't even know that. You don't even know that. And he's out here making threats at your life, and all you're doing is sitting there. You supposed to just sit there and let him threaten you?
Delusion.
I'm sorry, I'm not doing
1
that.
minute. They said it was 1 minute.
Black Lives Matter, delusion.
When does that happen for black people?
I think he was a Marine.
Am I not making my point clear enough? Racism has its tentacles all over this case. Racism has its evil tentacles all over its case and all around the minds of white America. Are all white people bad? No. The prosecution did a phenomenal job. The judge is trying his hardest to bring justice to Jordan Neely's name. But racism is still alive and kicking in America. There's no other way to view this. Everyone has looked at the case. And those among you who say that Daniel Penny is innocent have racism and bias in your heart.
So I do.
If you look at the
guess so.
facts of this case, then you understand that Daniel Penny is guilty.
Wow.
But today, white supremacy got another victory.
Wow.
Today, the KKK, the Klansmen, the evil in America got another victory.
Can we pause this?
They got that top charge
This is crazy,
dismissed.
bro.
America.
Yeah, I'm done with this.
Why is this so publicized? And we real life, I'm gonna keep saying this, bro.
You wanna know
Everybody
why?
can get mad at me for saying this, but we real life got people killing each other on the streets right now and making songs about it and getting more profit. And this is what people is worried about.
You wanna know why, brother?
America's racist, and we're at the highest rate of killing and wiping out our own race.
You want to know why, brother?
We really are.
Because the victim was black and the one that did it to him was white. That's why. That's why. They're trying to spin this as some racial division and racism narrative. I'm sorry, as a black person, if his black tweaking ass came up on me, tweaking, threatening me, I'm beating his ass.
Imagine
you
you
would've
got,
got
they wouldn't even have this coverage.
imagine you
beat
got family on there. You got like kids on there.
It was. He had to do what he had to do.
Oh yeah, man.
Bro, that's why it's crazy that this even was like a thing.
This
that
what
he-
happened
he
in
was-
Texas?
He was
We
feared for
haven't
his.
even heard about
look,
this.
He was feared for exactly. No, exactly. He was feared for his life, even going to jail, guys. Like this is crazy that he was in the right and he almost went to jail behind this.
It's just interesting that they just trying to spin it
Get out of New York.
like he's some sort of like white supremacist.
Hey.
Like we gotta keep it 100. Like this dude was literally tweaking. I'm sorry.
This
the
only would
homeless
happen-
people that are walking around tweaking are a threat.
This only
they,
would
they,
happen-
they concern me. So if I'm in the vicinity of a homeless person that's tweaking, I'm already on guard. I'm on my toes. If they give me a reason to jump, I'm already feeling froggy. I'm sorry. Don't do that.
Marine junkie. If this is only what happened in a liberal city.
The judge has just dismissed count one, the manslaughter charge against Marine veteran Daniel Penny. Let's go to correspondent CB Cotton reporting live from the courthouse in New York City and find out what else this means and what we can learn from it. CB, what can you tell us?
Hi, Martha. What a day here at the courthouse, right? So, yes, the judge has dismissed that first count, the most serious charge, second-degree manslaughter. And he told jurors just moments ago that he said, quote, what that means is you are now free to consider count two. Whether that makes any difference, I have no idea. And then he sent jurors, now he's sending jurors home for the weekend and telling them they'll come back to deliberate the lesser charge, criminally negligent homicide, on Monday. So the trial is not yet done, but the latest here from the courthouse is that the judge has dismissed the most serious charge, second-degree manslaughter, and now jurors will come back on Monday to deliberate the second charge, criminally negligent homicide. As you were talking about before the break, Martha, there was some back and forth, particularly from the defense, who had some concerns on whether jurors should be allowed to deliberate the lesser charge. Defense attorney Thomas Kenneth telling the judge he thought it might be coercive to jurors. It appears like he's trying to get all of this on record, all of this in the court record to possibly perhaps bring up an appeal in the future. But for now, this trial is not yet done, and Penny's fate is still not decided by the jurors here at the courthouse. I want to send things back over to you.
All right. So he heads into the weekend not knowing if he if all of this is resolved, obviously, for him, even though that first count is gone, and everybody heard Andy McCarthy say that he always believed that that was a coercive move by DA Alvin Bragg, to give the jury a second option in this case. And we will continue to follow it. CB, thank you very much.
Wait, what was the second count again? What'd you say?
Criminally negligent homicide.
What the hell is that?
I don't know.
Just probably
Another form of.
You know how they just put all charges in different ways?
It's probably some sort of manslaughter charge.
Yeah.
Hey, well, I think he's basically off, though, man.
No, hell
No,
no.
they just said
hell
nah.
no, he ain't off. They can't decide. They dismiss one charge, another charge.
It's a smaller charge, though. So.
Well, if it's smaller than manslaughter, it shouldn't be a super heavy charge because manslaughter only, I think, carries a maximum of like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
Well,
It looks good for him.
No,
he's
I definitely think it
24.
does.
He's only 24 years old.
That's what it says.
Wow.
So hold on. So like, well, is it because it's New York? It don't be considered self-defense or
Yes,
stand your
bro.
ground?
Yes.
It's more, yeah.
Yes.
If that would happen down here,
Yes.
we wouldn't have heard about this.
It's
Not all.
It'd have been a one-day trial out of there.
It's interesting that his family is on TV crying. They failed him in every way.
It's sad, bro.
Now they upset. You failed him.
I've seen a lot of people talking about this, though. What happened with this guy?
I don't know, but that just
Jordan Williams
Stabbed and
stabbed.
killed a homeless man to stop him from attacking people.
on his train in New York. Same thing.
Wow, I never heard about that.
Maybe we did do that.
I never heard about. I never seen that dreadhead.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah, they don't bring that one up.
They don't say nothing about that.
What's
Hold
his
on.
name?
Go back.
Jordan Williams.
Zero. Yeah, the charges got dropped. That's crazy. See,
Yeah,
like,
zero bail. Charges
let
dropped.
me guess, it was another black crackhead.
Who knows?
It was another black dude. I won't be surprised.
Type New York.
Wow, man, this country, man.
Like, what are we supposed to do?
Yeah,
bro?
this country's insane, man.
Like, I just wanted to be fair from all sides.
All people.
Yeah. It's the same, basically the same thing. He got charged with the same thing, but he got charged with criminal possession of a weapon too.
Yeah, guys. I mean, I think it looks
he
good
killed.
for him.
He did it. He killed like I think it was like
Illegal.
yeah. The person's name was the Victor.
Oh, yeah.
Drive
A lot
by.
of the stories are like that. These illegals, man. Hey, man, I think it looks good for him, though, guys. The most important charge got dropped. I mean, hey, we're going to know Monday. I think it looks good for him, though.
Yeah, it looks like the exact same situation. I was thinking about
that's
that too.
pretty
I
crazy.
remember when we watched like the trial to this, and when we were in New York, and I remember being on a train thinking like, yeah, New York, yeah, like this could happen here. You gotta be
So
ready to
many
fight
people.
in New York. You
Boy,
know?
you gotta be ready for anything to pop off. You cannot be sweet.
And he basically tried to protect the people that were on that train. So you can't even protect and serve.
You know, they got
Like,
kids
you know?
riding the train to school by themselves out there
That's
all the
weird,
time.
man.
every
That's
day.
weird. All right, guys. Let us know what y'all think about this, though.